we want to thank everybody from around the world who subscribed to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. Everybody out there, keep your eyes on the skies. Happy New Year.
About in 2014, it's coming up. We just shot a video with the Weather Channel. They were following around the Cousins brothers for a couple days, kind of a day in the life of Third Phase of Moon. Something went down. It's going to be airing in April on the Weather Channel. It's called Tornado Alley, and the Weather Channel wanted to come down and ask us what our opinion is about why UFOs are surrounding tornadoes. Well, we gave them the answers. We can't really give the details of exactly what the TV show is going to contain, but we can tell you that something went down, cameras were rolling, and something was captured. And, that's all I can say at the moment, but it is going to be quite exciting. Dr. J, what do you think about that in April 2014?
Yes, absolutely. That's one of many things that's happening, that's coming this year in 2014. On top of, let me also just throw in Snowden, who we've been talking about all year long. I'm hoping that this is the year that he actually releases the footage. And when the Weather Channel finally does touch on this topic, I think it's going to cover several things. First of all, because it's touching the topic, which is something sensitive, maybe people like Snowden and Julian Assange will actually step forward and release the things. But more importantly, you're going to be getting the global exposure or national exposure on the media level, where that might redirect people to Third Phase of Moon. And more importantly, meteorologists might start paying attention in their looking at their previous footage of hurricanes and of earthquakes and of other natural disasters, tornadoes, and seeing if there are other objects in there. And I think that right there might actually cause some serious American journalists who are ridiculing this topic to actually start to change shape. Blake, I'm really confident 2014 may be the real year that things may start to happen. I know we've all been saying this before, but the balls that are rolling right now that are set in motion are bigger than ever.
Wow, thank you, Dr. J. Excellent. Let's go to area code 717 from Boise. What do you think is going to go down in 2014?
Hello.
Skywatcher, what's going to happen in 2014 in your opinion?
Oh man, I'm really hoping disclosure. That's, it's just too many signs, too many things. It's something's going to happen. I could just feel it in my blood, dude. No doubt about it.
I just got to throw in, I don't think it's going to be the president coming and making a speech. The only way that's going to happen is if he's forced. So for everybody out there who's going to watch this on Third Phase of Moon after, or the live listeners right now, just remember, the key to disclosure is you. The key is for everybody out there to change, wake up, open their eyes, and go out there.
Right.
Show other people UFO footage. Get them to see it. Let them come up to their own conclusion, and when enough people on this planet believe, apparently the abductees are told, that's when they're going to come openly. And then the government will have no choice but to explain away these saucers and giant motherships that are in our atmosphere all over the globe. That's what's going to happen, more than likely.
Incredible insight, Dr. J. I think Third Phase of Moon is, the leader, not because of what we do over here, but what the world is doing, capturing these things and having the insight and the right mind to submit it to us, because the world is watching, and I think governments around the world are watching as well. And I see in similarities or, consistencies of when we release something, there's a response by the government. We did a special this year in 2013. We put out these Area 51 specials, Escape from Area 51, the J-Rod story, a U.S. Marine on location shooting Area 51, and we're just covering Area 51. All of a sudden, bingo, the CIA comes out and acknowledges that Area 51 finally exists. I think Third Phase of the Moon is behind a lot of this little soft disclosure by the U.S. government, and maybe they're waking up and knowing it's about time, because basically I think it is time to let the people in the world know that something's going on. People know it. Just tell us, and then we'll move along with their life. Okay, let's go to area code 440. 440.
Yep.
Welcome to Third Moon. Where are you calling from, and who are you?
I'm calling from Northern Ohio, from the Rev Report. here in Ohio, and we've had cigar-shaped craft here in the past, probably last day. One of them made a huge noise today. I actually saw part of it. It made this noise. I look up and this rod just took off. We've been in northern Ohio. We've been progressively having more black UFOs and the saucer-type UFOs. All these both UFO types come out of GE General Electric down in southern Ohio near Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. They've just got $27 million more just this month in their budget, and their next budget next year will be $228 million. They build phase generators, motors that go in these supersonic craft for Black NASA. Black NASA is basically based out of Wright-Pat and underneath Lake Erie here in the States. Area 51 is pretty much a storage ground for right now. They're having some serious problems underground over in Seattle with they were moling and they hit a rock, basically an old mothership that crashed there years ago. And CIA is Black Ops are immediately on that right now, trying to cover up that situation. Your stuff is amazing. The saucer crafts that you got in Denver this year, amazing. MUFON has infiltrated our group so bad to the point where I had to leave because I was giving them cases of physical evidence, and they wouldn't look at it. They wouldn't look at it. Me and Mr. Michael Leahill, some of his stuff is a lot borderline fake, but some of the stuff he has is, I've taken it to people at Case Western that it's amazing. And I really want to tell you guys you're doing a great job. Keep up the great work. And I'll post all your postings to my page to keep the great work going on Dark Matters Network.
Hey, appreciate that. Definitely the Third Phase of Moon team, you, yourself, the whole world. Basically, share the links, put them on Facebook, share the links on Twitter, spread the word. What do you think is going on with this airport that you just mentioned? What was the reasoning? Is there an underground base under this airport? Are these military maneuvers, these bigger budgets? Do you think
there's big military budgets for underground mulling right now. I have people in that sector that saying the military is spending some serious cash underground, more than usual. And whatever they're building, stuff is popping off on the moon like crazy right now. I got a guy getting pictures off the moon of huge ships every day. So whatever's going on, it's going to escalate through 2014.
Dr. J, do you got any hypothesis of what these major underground bases, what they're being used for? Some people think that there's going to be...
Absolutely. Oh, yes. Many of the guests that we've had on our Thursday Third Phase of the Moon show have spoken. As a matter of fact, one that called yesterday who worked at S4 says that these things are connected. These things are... The reason why the CIA has come forward and talked about Area 51 is because there's nothing there anymore. Every single base is connected by a magnetic level train that travels about 300 miles an hour, drilled by these giant nuclear boring machines. They're all over the web. All you have to do is Google that nuclear boring tunnel machine. And these trains are sending devices, alien artifacts, troops, all of it, and it crisscrosses the entire country. Every major base is connected, and there are further reports now that they've taken it one step further and have added trains that have shackles and mass graveyards, and there are FEMA death camps right here in Los Angeles off Terminal Island. They call it a residential community that has a playground in it, but it's a prison. It's to keep people from leaving it. The way it's structured, 2 sets of fences that have electricity on them, just like a prison. And anyway, it's insane. But yes, I can absolutely attest to that. There are underground tunnels and there are underground bases. And the lower you go at some of these bases, there are extraterrestrials at them, such as Dulce, New Mexico.
That's the Dracos. The Dracos are at that base.
Let me ask you this question. I want to ask area code 440 as well about these electric fences around these, military underground bases. Do you think it's to keep people from getting out or from people getting in? Because in the time of
the military bases,
days,
Jesse Ventura went and did with Alex Jones and did a thing on those. These things are meant to keep people in, yet the people who are working at them are saying, "Oh no, it's to keep people out." But the way they're structured, if you look at them, that it's absolutely not of something you want. It's for the rich community to stay safe. No, these things are literally prisons, the smallest bunks, the smallest houses, and obviously they got this little tiny playground so the kids aren't crying all the time while the parents are being processed. The rich have places to live. There's these giant missile silos left over from the Cold War era that are now being sold as condominiums for $1 million a floor, and there are some people that own literally 3 floors, and they have everything from suites down there to indoor jacuzzis. Some are even big enough to fit pools. I wouldn't doubt that some of the billionaires have, bunkers that have underground swimming pools. So, yes, to answer your question directly, these bases or camps, you want to call them, or internment camps, are literally meant to keep people in, and they're designed for families, not juveniles, not for prisons, and I think it's just very ironic.
Area code 440, you say that you have correspondents or friends that are working in construction building these underground bases. Do they give you any insight? Are they kind of concerned themselves, or do they have like the golden ticket?
From my contacts, they're saying that there's craft that are coming in and out, and they're transferring different people and different, employees to different quadrants of space right now. Those camps that you're talking about are going to be docking stations once they reveal the disclosure that we're not alone. And I'm sorry, but there's the elite that has controlled the planet, and there's only one president now, and the whole planet is controlled by them. So that's pretty much what it's getting down to, is that they finally micromanage the entire planet. They can control the pole shift of the planet, so they'll do a slow pole shift, and it'll ruin the climate. Climate change will happen on the planet. Everybody will have to go underground. Whoever can't go underground will die or stay in those camps. They have to have a pole shift on this planet. Aliens have already told us to be enlightened once they've come and talked to our governments around the world, so the pole shift is on its way. That's why they're using very high-tech weapons to hold our planet into place as we speak, but the weather's slowly deteriorating to the point where they're going to have to let it shift.
Do you think that, this weather change, climate change is, kind of drastically changing? Scientists all agree that the planet's warming up, and people are pretty much on a consensus, I think, with the extreme weather phenomenon, climate change, that maybe more UFO sightings are happening on a daily basis because they're concerned about what's happening to the planet as well. Let's ask Mr. Fausto Perez from Los Angeles what he thinks about that.
I'm sorry, I missed the question.
Fausto, what do you think about climate change, global climate change? Do you think this is the reason for the rise of UFO sightings around the world?
Possibly. From what I've experienced with them, is they've seemed to help me, so I'm expecting if anything does go down in that nature, that maybe they'll be able to get me out of it, even though the elites seem to be the only ones to have a way out. But I'm hoping if I could teach many people if I could teach everyone to have contact with these ETs, then hopefully a lot of us will be saved by just simply having the contact. We'll be able to get the rescue that we need if anything does go down in that nature where they create a pole shift and the weather either goes really cold or really hot, and it's just unsustainable for human life on the terrain of the Earth.
Well, Boise, Idaho, do you notice any climate change in your area over the past couple of years?
You know what? I have never, ever seen it this cold so fast. And Idaho's always got weird weather, but I'm here to tell you, this year is by far the weirdest. And you don't forget the comets. I mean, the ice on it, that's no joke. So all the debris coming in, there's this one that just went over the entire United States. Over 600 people reported it. It made no sound, but 600 people from north to south. Yeah, it's no joke. If we even make it till next year, or 2015.
Dr. James, climate change?
Yes, Michio Kaku, when he described our planet, he said civilizations. Type 3 is intergalactic. Type 2, definitely intersolar and colonizing other solar systems. Type 1 can travel within its solar system, maybe even out of its solar system, is starting to terraform in its own solar system, and is absolutely weather controlling. He even went on to say that we are a Type 0 civilization, but the Internet is a Type 1 telephone system. Nonetheless, weather control has been something that they've been playing around with, and during the Beijing 28 Olympics, they used weather modification to prevent rain. Blatantly, they were speaking about it then. Imagine what they're not telling us about. I wouldn't be surprised if these massive earthquakes, massive hurricanes such as Katrina or Hurricane Sandy or all these other ones are not because of global warming, but because of weather modification done by the government. And for that reason, I think these ETs are out here to protect us. And according to Ricky G., who we spoke to yesterday, the ETs told him the reason why they keep breeding humans is to basically prevent our extinction, because we're going to kill ourselves. That's basically what they're saying. And they're not saying you're going to possibly kill yourselves. They're saying we're doing it. We've been doing it. And that's where this world's going.
It's kind of interesting. The Weather Channel doing a special on Tornado Alley. And we tell people right here in our neighborhood in the state of Hawaii, oh, the Weather Channel's coming down to film the Cousins brothers about tornadoes, and they're like, why? What does tornadoes have to do with Hawaii? And basically we tell them, well, they want to ask us about these strange lights appearing next to these tornadoes, and it really baffles and amazes the people that the Weather Channel would fly all the way down to Hawaii and interview Third Phase of the Moon in regards to these strange lights next to these weather formations, including tornadoes. I think the Weather Channel's having their eye on the ball, asking the big questions, and I really want to tell you what we told them in regards to that, but I want to get other people's opinions on why maybe tornadoes are magnets for UFOs. Let's go to area code 717.
I would say, with the electrical charge, just like, I've seen a video with them coming down and charging off one of those pinwheels or whatever that charge the energy in the mountains. There's a good video on that. I don't know how accurate it was, but yeah, I'd say electrical charge, any sort of thing to really, recharge their machines or whatever. Yeah, I would say that's very accurate. Like in that one astronaut said, 200 or whatever would come down and charge off of the thunderstorms and stuff from the lightning bolts up from space, and that was a recent video I just saw. I can't remember his name. But yeah, I'd say it's a definite vessel, a nice place to recharge your machine.
I think you nailed it on the button that possibly these tornadoes are basically massive turbine engines that could, if UFOs, aliens could harness that power, it would be immense. And we're getting some calling in. Let's see, we got Erica. She just came back. She might come on the radio show a little bit later. We're standing by, but let's go to Fausto Perez. When was your first UFO sighting?
It was the day before I went to go see Robert's first event. I saw a short description of how he does it online, and I hopped on my roof. It was exactly where you see me on your first documentary. It was that place on my roof. I hopped up on there. I did my chakra meditation to try to help my energy flow faster so I can have a stronger signal. And I did what Robert said on the video, and it's the call I'm showing everybody to do now. And once I did the call, I felt the wind pick up. Then all of a sudden I saw a hawk, as I would hear in the videos. And once I look up, there's an orb right above me. So as soon as I saw that orb, I was still skeptical. I had no idea what it was, because I hadn't seen a UFO from Robert's event live on my own yet. I'd just seen his videos, and right after that, I go to Robert's event, and I see the same orbs at his event. I actually was practicing doing the call while I was at his event with him, and ever since then, so I think it's been almost a year and a half now that I've been doing it at least 3 times a week to see what I can get. But yeah, about a year and a half ago is when I first saw my first sighting on my roof over my house.
Well, Dr. J, have you ever tried the techniques to summon yourself?
Actually, no, I haven't. I know it's going to seem odd. I've been filming all these gentlemen for years on behalf of Third Phase of Moon. I guess the reason why I haven't is when we started first with Robert, I just was so jaded by seeing them. I don't even look up anymore. I just film the people unless I see something massive such as a fleet, or last time at Fausto's event, he pointed out that there was one by the moon, which I thought was one of the coolest things. So there, yes, but as me, myself, trying to make the contact, no. I'm more waiting for one of those massive ships to show up and land, per se, more so than summoning myself or making the contact. But no, I'm definitely interested, and I'm always there watching them, that's for sure.
Well, we're kind of ending on a radio show, but I want to give everybody some, last final statements for the year 2013. We only have a few days left in the year, and it's not over yet. We're going to be posting our favorite UFOs of 2013 segment 4 on YouTube, so stay tuned for that. But I want to give everybody a chance to say their last words and close the year out. Area code 717. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Let me be a part of your show, Blake. I'm going to be following you. If there's anybody that feels like clicking with me in this area, I would love to be able to use resources and, really help bring the truth and really bring the support that the people need for everybody worldwide. And that's really, I'm here as a vessel, and I really welcome anybody to join or whatever. And I just really look forward to being united with everybody as soon as possible. And my heart just goes out to everybody. And Blake, keep up with the work, brother.
Thank you, man, and keep your eyes on the skies and keep in touch with Third Phase. Appreciate it. Area code 440. Go ahead.
Yes, I'd like to tell everybody that in 2014, there's going to be a lot of things let out from the Kenny Young material that I have gotten, and into other serious documents through the Cleveland Ufology projects that we are putting up on the web. We're going to open up the disclosures through us. We've got enough evidence to post on the web that if the Congress doesn't open up, we will get the Supreme Court to look at this, because there's things going behind the scenes that are breaking the constitutional rights that we should know about UFOs and what they're doing above us. And that's what the Web Report's going to do this year.
I appreciate it. Go ahead.
And I will make sure Third Phase of the Moon gets credit for what they've been doing.
Well, I appreciate it. And, people like you, it humbles us right here, and that really keeps us, really wanting to spread the word, because we're working hard. People continuously submit. We're looking over everybody's videos. We're looking over everybody's comments, and we want to look through all these videos and share the best to the world. Appreciate that, 440. Let's go to Fausto Perez, Los Angeles. Go ahead.
Thank you, Blake, for, first of all, letting everybody know about this ET contact and giving them the opportunity to hear about it and learn about it. And like you said, the only way this is full disclosure is going to come out is if everyone starts talking about it, everyone starts seeing about it. So if anybody listening to this wants to actually see it or learn how to have a contact with an ET yourself, check out my Facebook page. It's Facebook.com/UFO Summoning, and you can check out my YouTube channel, YouTube/LIRO51. There you can check out all the videos we're posting up, and on Facebook you can see my event, so you can come check one out for yourself. Tell people about this. If you're up for it, learn how to contact an ET yourself and show your friends. I can't imagine anybody not believing in an ET after they see it with their own eyes. So the best way you can make somebody believe is by showing them in person. And thank you, Blake, for helping us get the word out to the world.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Fausto Perez. And if anybody out there wants to be an ET for themselves, I suggest you contact Fausto Perez via Facebook, and I'm sure he'll help you out with the techniques and how to summon these UFOs. Dr. J, this has been an amazing year. Thanks for being part of it, bringing all the connections that you have, letting them talk to Third Phase of Moon and share their incredible stories and insight to the phenomenon. Dr. J.
Of course, and I just want to remind all the public, disclosure is in your hands. Do something about it. Make the change today. keep your eyes in the sky and keep sending things to Third Phase of Moon. And also be sure to listen to our other Third Phase of Moon radio show. The Cousins brothers are busy a lot, so sometimes a lot of the shows don't make it to YouTube, but there's a lot of great guests that say a lot of amazing stuff. I mean, for instance, this January 2nd, Thursday, 8 to 10, Stanton Friedman will be joining us, the Godfather Ufology. You could tune in at freedomslips.com, Studio A, or you could listen in on the phone or ask a guest a question at 818-923-1713. But remember, disclosure's in your hands. Keep your eyes in the sky and send the footage to Third Phase of Moon.
Thank you, Dr. J, and you're exactly right. It's been an incredible year. I want to thank my brother Brent Cousins for helping me out, along with correspondents around the world, the JSB 007, everybody on the ground in Los Angeles, Mr. Robert Bingham, Jonathan Castro, Jim Martin, Fausto Perez, Joe Rodriguez. All these guys are really helping the cause. And if I forgot anybody out there, well, we're going to try and get everybody into the Third Phase of Moon house in the year 2014. So, again, if you capture anything amazing, the best way to contact us is via Skype or Facebook, Third Phase of Moon. We also wanted to give special thanks for the new year. We also wanted to give special thanks for 2013. The Truth Seeker, the rapper Chilling with Blake Cousins, incredible song. Also, the music you hear on Third Phase of Moon, the background tracks that you love to hear. Special thanks to K5, Paul Barrett. We're going to be releasing the album Third Phase of Moon in the year 2014 with his incredible tracks. We'll let everybody know when that comes up. We also wanted to thank Mohad Adid, who submitted that incredible Third Phase of Moon graphic. When you see the opening and the moon and the third phase, well, we got to thank Mohad Adid for submitting that. Rapper Orlando, we want to thank him. Reynolds Kamaka Vivioli, Linda Hostalik, Manuel Sanchez from Mexico, Dr. Roger Lear, Preston Dennett, MUFON researcher, famous author, alien abductee Stan Romanek, congressional hearing executive Stephen Bassett. We'd also like to thank Stephen Greer, Dr. Stephen Greer, for his movie Sirius and speaking with us at Third Phase Moon, and the astronaut third mission to the moon, Edgar Mitchell. We also like to thank Edgar. What an incredible interview that was. Everybody, again, Happy New Year from Third Phase of Moon. We'll see you again next time.